10 seconds remaining.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the MPGL Season 7 Class S. We got Mineski going up against TNC. Now, this is a little bit late, but for the first time ever, it was lateness not caused by the players. The players were actually all here like 10 minutes early. Freaking love TNC. They're always here early. Mineski, sometimes they have trouble with their fifth. But TNC, man, if you're punctual, I am your fan. And TNC, love you guys for that.
10 seconds
That being said, TNC also one of the scarier teams in Southeast Asia. Mineski, no slouches either, so this is really going to be the battle of the Titans. Pretty much cream of the crop here. So yeah, if you're looking for good Dota, open qualifiers, you're not going to find it there. Let me tell you, right here is the place to be. I'm Mikelorus, going to be only caster for today. We'll see how these games actually break down. We got a best of 3 ahead of us, so we'll see how willing these two teams are to actually go into the new patch head first and experiment, mix things up. The other day saw a couple lone druid bans, so you could always have something pretty interesting. But I don't actually think I've casted Southeast Asian Dota with the new patch. I don't know how much that's going to affect this region in particular as compared to some of the other regions, but I could assume that these guys are more or less on the ball with what is considered, quote unquote, really strong nowadays. Invoker. Sorry, sometimes I just randomly cough out heroes' names. Not like that hero is balanced or anything. But seriously, TNC probably would be looking for an Invoker. I feel like that is probably a good hero to have. It's just one of those, I want to say one of the only just first pick, auto pick heroes nowadays. Like, IO is still pretty strong. South Asian teams will pick up an IO and run it very frequently. But I feel like the tier list right now is just Invoker at like S++. Everyone else, more or less, kind of the same-ish. I mean, there are, of course, stronger and weaker heroes. You still have Tuska's early picks, see Doom being mixed in quite a bit, or Vengeful Spirit. Right, now, I love me some Vengeful Spirit. I'm going to be the first one to say, but that being said, is Vengeful Spirit going to be better than, oh look, what a surprise, Invoker? Not really sure about that. I'm not really sure. I just feel like Mineski right now have an overall more powerful set of heroes. And Vengeful Spirit's no slouch. I mean, Vengeful Spirit is definitely going to be part of that death ball if it is going to be a core Vengeful Spirit, which, if you pick it up first, I kind of feel like it has to be a core Vengeful Spirit. Otherwise, why pick it up first? Like, if you're going to have a support Venge, you can have a support whoever, and it's more or less going to act kind of similar. But core Vengeful Spirit's really where she's at her most unique, in that she does really top out super early. Her early game inherent stats, her ability to hold and represent some sort of kill potential in lane, makes it so that the first 10 minutes of a Vengeful Spirit's game, some of the most dangerous in the game, and that's why we see her as a support most of the time. Because after that 10 minutes, kind of goes downhill. But it does not go downhill if you manage to keep up with your damage output. That involves a lot of farm. Like, Vengeful Spirit needs a lot more farm than any other given hero to be super effective, or she needs an ass ton of auras and help behind her. And that is exactly what TNC are going to be going for right now. It doesn't seem like they're interested in playing super long game. If this is going to be a core Vengeful Spirit, they got the Beastmaster as well. Once they get the Roar, the team is just going to hit a switch, and then they're just going to go in. Now, what they do still need is a lot of push. Beastmaster, though, usually towards the offlane, is not exactly the best mechanism carrier in the world. Mostly because he really does want to get to Necrobook, and Mechanism Necrobook, that's a lot of expenditures there for a Beastmaster, for any offlane hero, really. But if they get themselves a little bit of healing, a little bit of push, we see a Chen picked up a lot in Euro, but I'm not really sure if... Do TNC have a Chen player? None come to mind, although, to be fair, haven't been keeping up exactly with the new patch. Chen last patch is trash. You don't want to pick him up last patch, but in this patch, I'm not sure. In this patch, I am not sure, so we'll see about that. But it does seem like TNC are going pretty deep into the early game right now, going to go ahead and grab a Zeus. So they have themselves the damage. They have themselves the auras. They just have to, I think, just get some meat on the front line so they can actually go for this push. And Mineski, their pick is the Silencer, which is not exactly going to be the best hero as far as defending those pushes are concerned. First of all, you may or may not have level 6, depending on how they decide to lane the Silencer. I would like to see the Silencer just in a vacuum right now, get a little bit more farm, but that being said, Silencer is a hero that is going to be in those early skirmishes, so you have so much upside if you keep your distance properly and if you just don't die, then having a silencer steal any intelligence at all from the enemies is going to be absolutely backbreaking. Like, you get 2 or 3 kills worth of intelligence and you're going to be just steamrolling from there on out. And then Mineski, you're going to go ahead and grab a Night Stalker. I like this one perhaps a little bit more than like the silencer. Swap those two, I think, and you got yourself something real from Mineski. But they have the heroes. They have all the right heroes in all of the right places. So I'm okay with this one, especially since it seems like Silencer is going to be taking a little bit more of a farming role. So getting some sort of survivability item up maybe before the dangerous play is really going to come in. Mineski should be looking to be alright. And of course, you're going to get the Night Stalker, you have the Tusk. Both these two heroes, kind of just those brawlers, want to dive right in, start beating down some faces. And these are the type of heroes that you really do want. Undying, another one that is really big. Would have been great for TNC, honestly, but that's another one of those heroes that you want to have on your team when you're expecting some sort of aggressive play. A hero that can just dive in and assassinate a hero, no problems whatsoever. And Zeus is going to be the target of that 9 times out of 10. If Zeus is brought down, yeah, TNC will still have a decent amount of damage. They still got their auras and whatnot. But Zeus represents, at this point at least, most of their scaling damage. And yeah, I mean, that's their scaling damage. Gentle Spirit scaling is not exactly super threatening, let me tell you, but Zeus he's able to keep up some threat. I still think that this game is going to be kind of like Mineski with the more powerful heroes, but TNC trying to go for like the team synergy kind of play. If that makes any sense? Does that make any sense? It's like TNC have heroes that work really well when they're all together, so you know, power of friendship and whatnot.
I speak for the trees.
Speaking of power of friendship, I actually don't know what that has to do with power of friendship. I think Io would be a power of friendship hero, but yeah, TNC are going for a little bit of a cheesy strat right now. They, I guess, kind of have a little bit more push with this Nature's Prophet. Unfortunately, they can't get the, well, can they?
10 seconds.
I'm not really sure where this Nature's Prophet is going to end up. It's either Nature's Prophet jungle, Beastmaster jungle. Is there any chance we have a Zeus support? Do you think that Zeus support is the worst thing in the world to do? And I don't care if people have been running it. I'm stubborn in my opinions, I suppose. Don't like it. Is there any room here for a Lycan for TNC? Because Lycan tears Silencer a new one. Lycan doesn't really have that much to fear from Night Stalker and the Tusk. If they can somehow fit that in, I don't really know if there's room, but then they'll be able to just steamroll. But we got Viper and the Ember Spirit either way to be banned out. Now, this Nature's Prophet, of course, you have the global strategy, 6 synergies with the Zeus and Nature's Prophet, so you'll be able to zap people down about 30-ish% every time at the simple click of 2 buttons. You get that, you have a little bit of mobility, but Nature's Prophet really isn't a hero you want to be playing up against the Night Stalker and Silencer, actually. Silences hurt him pretty hard. Invoker is not a good matchup for... Nature's Prophet is a good matchup for Invoker, a fantastic matchup for Invoker because of Cold Snap. Cold Snap and EMP Tornado, like if he's going for that Wex-based build, or just Cold Snap into Forge Spirits, that's not what Nature's Prophet really wants to deal with. So this is definitely going to be Mineski with the overall, I think, stronger heroes. And now they're going to go ahead and grab a Juggernaut, another one of those Night Stalker-ish heroes to try to get in the face of TNC and start beating down. With spins, of course, but hey, you have the spins. You're not going to be completely immune to the TNC team. Got Beastmaster, Vengeful Spirit, a couple tools to cut through that. Physical right clicks as well, no joke. Is there actually any room for a Drow here? Like, TNC could also do that. I'm not really sure how they're going to juggle their lanes to make it so that they have all of these core heroes. But if they do, man, like, they can really get something going with the Drow. Or bears. They're on Dire. Guys, press 1 if you think there's going to be a level 1 Roche. Press 2 if you think I'm crazy. But maybe. I mean, this screams level 1 Roche. This is the level 1 Roche draft. I guess you could also get like a lone druid or something. Really want to go harder. A Juggernaut against Roshan is pretty sick early because of healing ward. But will TNC man up? That is the big question, guys. That is the big question. As far as the Ursa pick in and of himself, there is not really that much in the way of crowd control for the Ursa to really worry about. So once he goes in, he should be fine to just go in. Now, it is going to be Crippling Fear, which is going to be crippling. Got you guys. But no, Crippling Fear is always bad up against those right clickers. Always bad for the right clickers. Always great versus the right clickers if you're the Night Stalker. So, let's see the movements. They're kind of going slow. Yeah, they have like a... Oh, okay. Well, this is not the right overlay, so I'm just going to put this up first. Alright, this is interesting. But I'm just going to finish my point. As I was saying, Night Stalker, Crippling Fear, great up against the Ursa. But other than that, as long as Ursa doesn't get cold snapped and or stuck in an ice wall, and those should be, you know, skills that the Invoker is keeping his eyes out for it in order to respond to Teehee, then he should be just fine. But we have ourselves, well, an interesting setup here for the TNC side. And I think everyone knew it was going to kind of be a little bit more of an interesting setup. We got lucky on the Vengeful Spirit, and he's going to be supporting. He supports for TNC. That's just how it works, and yeah, it's with the Ursa last pick, not going to be a Venge carry. So it is just a Venge support first pick, which I'm not completely sold on, but hey, to each his own. Sam H usually plays in the off lane. He's going to be Beastmaster. AU is on the Zeus. Got Teehee on the Ursa, and Raven is on the Nature's Prophet. Over on the Mineski side, got Royer. He's going to be playing the Night Stalker. He's going to the top lane. Cuckoo's Invoker is on the field. We got Raging Potatoes, Juggernaut, Jules on the Silencer, and Jesse Vash is going to be playing the Tusk. But this item is something that I actually have not seen as much as I thought in these types of games. Of course, every single random pubber is going to grab any melee hero they can and then just grab Iron Talon and go jungle, and then they'll lose the game because they're not doing anything. I hate them all, and they should all die. But yeah, Iron Talon, it definitely opens up the door for some kind of weird shenanigans. Like, it lets you have junglers who aren't usually going to be junglers do well, kind of. And Ursa may just be that hero. Like, Ursa's upside of being able to farm safely in a jungle and free up a lane for someone else is extremely high. Like, this hero does need a bit of farm. It's kind of a bad hero, honestly, up until the point where you get your Blink Dagger. If you can find the space, then you're going to be golden. And we could take a look right now at how effective Teehee is going to be at jungling. Of course, you get the Fury Swipes level 1, because, you know, why would you do anything else? And he's just going to go to town. Now, the problem is that his town is going to be occupied by a Tusk as well. And it looks like the experience steal is already kicking into place right now. That really hurts, man. That was like 50 experience. That would have been Ursa's level 2. No one's dying in the meantime while this is happening. Jules is kind of getting his ass kicked. Literally just got kicked in the ass. But yeah, this is something that is also problematic. Whenever you're running non-S-class tier junglers, if you have, you know, non-Nature's Prophets in the jungle, whatnot, or Enigmas, or Chens, Enchantresses, you're going to be messing with some opposition. Like Mineski, they've been around the block. They know that, hey, there's probably a jungle going on, so we're going to go ahead and mess it up. Not completely stop it, because you don't really have to. You just have to make so the Ursa is really wasting his time. And he's not exactly farming super quickly. He's going to have to deal with these ice shards. Did the Tusk steal that? Oh, he didn't. This isn't going to steal anything yet, but still, the Tusk is being an absolute nuisance. Going to pull Lucky off the lane. Nature's Prophet's going to be just fine in the situation. Just, you know, himself, pretty much, just going up against the Night Stalker. But still, the more rotations you force out, the better you're going to be. Cuckoo's going to take quite a few right clicks over in mid. He'll be just fine, though. This isn't going to be like a full bounty hunter. I'm going to shut down your jungle. But man, Teehee's got to be a little bit careful right now. It is a little bit better now that he is level 2. And of course, as he levels up, it's going to be easier and easier still. But yeah, for the most part, that's a weakness that can and probably should be exploited by the Mineski side. You're expecting TNC to go a little bit greedy early on, at least, with this jungle. You know that their game plan should be, at a certain point, early point in this game, group up and try to take some objectives, use the power of Nature's Prophet to do so, or just play a very gank-heavy tempo game once you get the Blink Dagger on Ursa. You can really, really abuse that if you're a Mineski and you're getting this much out of your lanes. Like, first of all, we got Raging Potato, who's just raging all up in this bottom lane. He really doesn't have that much to fear from the Beastmaster. There should be 0 situations, especially with the Silencer behind him, where the Juggernaut is to die. So Sam H, yeah, he's going to get poked and prodded. He should be just fine to survive in this lane, but he's not stopping this Juggernaut from getting farm. And every single time this Juggernaut gets farm, he can do stuff like this. Shove the wave, kill off the next one, and then have a full creep wave just beat down on the tower. And Sam H, he's going to actually find a pretty decent chance to do some serious damage to the Potato. But this is no weak Potato, or is it? Well, he's gonna get teleported on by 2 heroes. There's no Sprout here from Raven. Oh, no, there is. Healing Ward is down on the deck. Sam H taking a lot of damage. The race is on. It will be won by the Beastmaster. Jules now is up and against a 1-2-3. He'll try to go for Sam H. He's gonna fall short there. He's gonna beat him down by 1 too many heroes. Raven's gonna draw that one. It's a 2-0 for TNC. And Sam H is gonna walk away like an absolute baller. Okay, that's what you gotta worry about, going that deep. Now, this does force, you know, the top lane, everyone from the top lane, in fact, to go to the bottom lane. So I guess kind of maybe value. It's something, I guess, but man, you give up 2 kills. That's not exactly going to be worth it. Going that deep as any hero, especially going up against a Beastmaster, it is a risky proposition. Beastmaster is not an easy target against a level 2 spin. Like that, it does decent damage and everything, but it's not enough to kill off a Beastmaster. This guy's big. He is a big guy. Yes, I did set that up for you guys. That was just for you. Get it? Get it? Fine, guys. Be like that. But either way, it's going to be TNC on the responsive, and this is going to help the Beastmaster out quite a bit if he is able to get a fast Necro Book. Then the kind of pushing aspect of TNC is going to kick into a little bit of a higher gear. But up until that point, man, they're still getting out last hit. Ursa's doing actually very well for himself in the numbers department. Of course, keep in mind that some of these creeps are just, you know, these stupid birds that only give 15 gold or something. So this guess is a little bit inflated here for the Ursa. But Evoker's doing just fine up against the Zeus. And there's really no huge point where the Zeus is going to start to overtake the Invoker. Very linear scaling kind of on both those 2 heroes. The Zeus will really need some help if he's going to really get those kills. Who's going to have a really great time is Royer right now, man. He's level 5. He's going to find Teehee. Shard's going to lock him in. Ursa can only turn around and fight for so long, and he's going to beat him down. That's Tusk to grab the kill. This is a level 6 Night Stalker we're talking about. That is always scary, especially when it's only 5 minutes in the game. And if you're AU, you gotta be pretty scared, dude, because Royer doesn't give a shit that there's a tower here. He's just gonna go straight in. Can they find vision of him? Well, teleport's coming in. Raven is now the target. They're gonna turn around, put a lot of damage to Cuckoo. Throws out Tornado, but it's too late to save himself. He's already down. Now Royer is on the run. AU, does he have another bolt? He does. He is not gonna throw it, though. I thought he would just throw it out for value. You know, Night Stalker doesn't give a shit about the tower, but maybe the Invoker should. And TNC, if they teleported one other hero, like if they had the same exact response they had in the bottom lane, who knows, they maybe would have gotten another kill there. But, you know, trading the Nature's Prophet for the Invoker, still a great trade for TNC, especially if you're making these trades during the nighttime. Every single time you get an even trade during night up against a Night Stalker, you got to be feeling pretty good. Night Stalker is a hero that needs to just always go in during his first nighttime phase, especially when he's having such a great time in the off lane. Like, this is going to be a Night Stalker game, or it should be a Night Stalker game for Mineski, unless TNC make their rotations properly, carry TP scrolls, and, you know, juke well, I suppose. The Night Stalker's not done yet. This guy is not done because it's only 6 minutes in, guys. The night is still young. Let's see where they're actually going to go. Jesse Vash and Roy are taking a trip into the Ursa's jungle. Yeah, I guess it's not his jungle anymore, though. Ursa's kind of abandoned ship. He's going to go towards the Ancients. This is something that you really have to be scared of if you're kind of these awkward melee junglers. Just rotations in. Also, the courier needs to not die right now. Thunder God's Wrath's going to go out. We'll kill out the Invoker before the fight really begins. He's going to take a lot of damage, but Lucky's going to arrive. Double TP is coming in. Plus, the Ursa going to cut off the Night Stalker. They're going to grab that kill. Jesse Vash taking tower shots will also fall. 6-2 for TNC. And in the famous words of a certain admiral, it's a trap, man. It is a trap. What was that? Oh, I thought that was... Okay, never mind. That was just a bolt. I thought that was a Thunder God's Wrath. No, but he already casted that. It clearly wasn't going to be that. But, yeah, TNC, first of all, Teehee just in the right place at the right time. Like, he was... Shit, that is not the right button. 4 screenshots saved. Oops. I don't need those 4 screenshots, guys. This is not super memorable. But, yeah, just Ursa being in the right position at the right time, that's one thing. You have the TPs coming in for the Vengeful Spirit and the Nature's Prophet. And... You know, there are heroes like Disruptor and Ancient Apparition and whatnot. By the way, Sam H is getting put into a blender. He's just going to die right now. There are heroes like that who can TP and have some sort of impact, but not the impact of a point-click stun. It's only a level 1 point-click stun at that. So, you know, X-Lucky just having that Vengeful Spirit as that responsive hero. Oh, Cuckoo, also, you don't want to be doing this. Going to tower range. He's going to get bolted down. AU taking a couple hits, yeah, but certainly enough to survive. This Zeus, I mean, Zeus is not like a super fragile hero in the early stages. His strength growth is actually pretty respectable. Like, look at this. I mean, it's only 2.3, but his base strength or strength growth or whatever, not too terrible. He's got 900 HP. You could certainly be doing a lot worse. And Invoker's going a little bit too deep to get this. Invoker really can't afford to be dying. And the guy's already 0-3. Already not great times for him, but if you are Invoker and if you stop gaining experience because you're always going out looking for kills and then dying, your game is going to be severely hindered. Especially if every time you go in, you're going in and feeding off a Zeus. They're going to run to Jules. Are they? Ooh, that was such a nice bolt, but it was just a little bit too far. Oh, do they know where he is? One more bolt? One time? Well, they're going to not see the Silencer. Silencer should know that the Ursa's going into Roshan right now. Ooh, Ayo, if you bolt that, you'll see Jules. Jules invis rune, man. Every single time invis. He's gonna curse him up, and he's just gonna walk away. But yeah, this is what TNC want to do with this Ursa. Grab the Roshan, grab the Aegis, go, 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 and push. And that's pretty much just it. They also have the Roar and the Beastmaster, so they will have that to add to their pushing suite of spells. And if TNC are kept off Roche, then things are going to be a little bit slower for them. Getting a pick off is going to open the doors wide open. Beastmaster and Vengeful Spirit have a great position now in Jesse Vash. They don't quite know it. They will still not know it. Bird overhead is going to find a target. Oh, Jesse Vash, don't go up there. What, they don't see him? Well, now they see him. Jesse Vash is going to kill off the bird. He's going to run into Lucky. They have a missile. Can they get in range for the roar before the snowball? No. But he's also completely surrounded going towards Lucky. So I'm not really sure if Jesse Vash has an escape wrath here. He's going to fall. And now Roshan, he's not exactly healthy. So they'll need a lot of summons and stuff here to really help out. Healing Ward. The Scout Healing Ward. It's not going to do it. What a surprise. Not going to do it. Can Cuckoo die here? Thunder God's Wrath into Bolt will kill him. Ooh, he's just fast enough with the Wex points and the phase boots. But Mineski, rest assured, know exactly what's going on. First of all, they see it. Second of all, duh, this is the most obvious thing in the freaking world. Can they get here in time? Because Cuckoo's not exactly super healthy right now. And he knows that if he gets hit with one more bolt, then he's just going to die. Royer's going to jump right in. However, he's the one to get hit with the bolt. Thunder God's Wrath going to be health right now, but it will deploy finally onto Raging Potato especially. He just got annihilated. Hit with the roar and burst down. They also managed to walk away with the Aegis. Ooh, looks like someone else was there. My bad, guys. I guess it was Jules. He's going to be fine, but Aegis secured by the Ursa. Blink Dagger very close to completion. And now they're just going to group up and start killing things. And that is a questionable play, I suppose, from Mineski. Like, you know your enemies are going into Roche. So it is always going to be some sort of opening whenever that's the case. But, like, they're going into Roche with a Nature's Prophet, so they're not going to be taking much damage, the enemies, and an Ursa. So they're going to be doing it very quickly. Plus, the Ursa's got lifesteal, so he's not going to care if he's going to take a couple hits from Roche. Was that actually the right move for Mineski? Even if they get, like, a perfect EMP Tornado, it's only a level 4-ish skill. Not exactly super backbreaking. Like, it's not the end of the world there. Global Silence isn't up. Omni Slash is, and if they got that off, maybe they get a kill, but I don't really see them getting more than that. I really don't think their resources were all there. If they had level 6 on the Silencer, hell yeah, you go for that. You go for that every single time. But, man, that's just a little bit too costly. TNC, once they get this Blink Dagger on Teehee, this is going to be real dangerous right now, and it is already real dangerous for Potato up on top. I don't think he knows that Lucky's here. He might know, but regardless of whether or not his knowledge of Vengeful Spirit is there, it's still him in a lot of trouble. And a Juggernaut, much like Invoker, who cannot afford to die. They can't afford to go and get these kills, though. Jesse Vash doesn't quite yet have Walrus Punch, but they have an Omni Slash. They should be able to kill off whoever they find. Of course, they're looking for this Zeus, and they do see him skirting the edge of that Observer Ward, but he's in pretty much the perfect position to stay alive right now, unless there's a snowball coming in. There's a snowball with a Juggernaut EMP as well. They're going to Omni Slash him. They're going to take him down before the TP Sport can come in. And that is a much-needed kill for Mineski. That is, however, going to just slightly delay the inevitable, if it is going to delay at all. Like, Nature's Prophet was still chilling and farming the entire time, as was Teehee, now has his shiny new Blink. And this tower is going to be the first victim of the push. Man, look at this Nature's Prophet build. 2 Nulls, Hand of Midas, Power Treads. This is some old school shit. And I actually think this is the right build for this game. If you're going to plan on playing aggressively, getting a Necro Book fast is great. But you don't have to go for that. You can just stack up on super cost-effective stats. And I don't mind that selection at all. What I do mind is Lucky sticking around trying to kill off illusions and losing all his mana. Luckily for him, no punishment afterwards. Looks like Jesse is a little bit too far away for the snowball. But in the meantime, the push is going to go down towards bottom. I don't know what's wrong with these Satyrs. They have to calm down, but AU and Sam H, they can just straight shove this tower and take it down. Beastmaster doesn't really have the most pushing power in the world until the Nature's Prophet comes in which case tower is so dead. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Also, guys, take a look at the clock. This is nighttime, regular nighttime, not Night Stalker ultimated nighttime. And TNC are making these aggressive plays while it's night. And this is the second nighttime phase. This should be where Night Stalker is running this map. TP's coming up towards top lane. It's Sam H. He's going to launch Raging Potato, but he gets spin off beforehand, so no damage. Also, he's going to block the Thunder God's Wrath. He now going to hit with the Global Silence. Snowball's there as well. This Ursa's going to get held back, especially with two-man Tornado flying through. Where's the backup here? They really need more heroes, but Sam H. is not tanky enough to survive. He'll drop first. He's going to blink forward. He will kill off Jesse Vash, but can he escape? He doesn't the Aegis, but he's going to run straight to a Night Stalker. Pop goes the Aegis. He's going to respawn before his Blink Dagger is available, so it's now or never for Ursa to fight his way out. Be a man, Ursa. Don't run. Where are you going, you coward? Get back in there. You're not going to escape this ever, so why are you trying? Oh, well, Ursa and Beastmaster taking a big cup of man-up juice, and it turns out it expired already, so probably not the best idea. I'm not really sure why you teleport only 2 heroes there. Maybe they thought, hey, Nature's Prophet, you can help it too, but Nature's Prophet's like, no, fuck that. I'm going to stay over here and not die. That was a little bit of an over-aggressive play there from TNC. Maybe if the spin doesn't come out beforehand, the roar damage, by the way, if you spin and you get roared, you get hit with a stun but no damage. That's a 200 damage nuke. Not the most in the world, but combine that with the fact that Thunder God's Wrath also would have went through. I'm pretty sure they get the kill on the Juggernaut there. Maybe they saved themselves some hassle, but again, it's one of those situations, much like in that Roche pit, where it's like, yeah, you can get a couple of kills. Is it really, really worth it? The threat is quite high. Cuckoo, speaking of threat quite high, is going to once again get baited in by the Zeus. Tornado will not kill him off. He's going to triumph with the Thunderbolt. Cuckoo's in the Ghost Walk form. He's going to try to race with AU. Will fail, but Roar will clean up his mess. Raven's going to piece on out of there. No Void, no Basher, no MKB. And the Nature's Prophet will survive. 1-to-1 trade. Night Stalker, of course, being a little bit of a winner there, as well as the Nature's Prophet, of course. But this Invoker, I'm a little bit disappointed that he's going in this aggressively, this consistently. Like, yeah, you could try a couple of times, but at a certain point, it's like, dude, you know that the enemy team is a Nature's Prophet and a Thunder God's Wrath. You're not really fooling anyone with that, so you should probably just calm down. And he should calm down. Speaking of not calming down, Teehee's gonna go straight in and tear the Silencer apart. Surprise, Silencer. Teehee has a Blink Dagger, and Silencer actually has no way to escape that. Force Staff? Hand of Midas. Bro, Hand of Midas is great on Silencer, for sure. I'm not really sure if this is the correct item, though. Like, yeah, it is a fantastic item on the hero if you have the time. By the way, if people are dying, Lucky's gonna get punched sky high. Nature's Prophet will teleport in, will completely miss his Sprout. No big deal, but he has backup coming in. Will be spotted by an Observe Ward. They know that Teehee's here. They're going to smoke up and book it. But Teehee's on the intercept path. Roar's going to teleport out. Jesse Vash is going to hit with the Thunder God's Wrath. They know where he is. Sure, they kind of knew where he was. It looks like they're not going to find him. But yeah, Silencer, I feel like really just needs to get a Ghost Scepter or Force Staff or something. Sam H also needs to not die right now. Cuckoo's going to intercept him with the Ghost Walk. Tornado will interrupt the TP. They have a Walrus Punch here in 3 seconds. Looks like they don't even need it. Cold Snap Permastun seems fair, man. Sam H... Well done, Roar. You earned that one for the team. Good job. Yeah, Sam H is in the wrong neighborhood at the wrong time. TNC not really getting that much aggression off. At least not as much as I thought he would. Like, they should be just going in right now, but these pickoffs just really putting roadblocks in their way. And yeah, Necrobook, I guess, is an item worth waiting for. Is this really going to be an Ags? I don't think that's worth waiting for. It's good, but like it's not really going to directly help your straight push. Like, now is the point where TNC are, as a team, at their strongest. In between the Omni Slashes and the Global Silences and whatnot. The longer they stall out this game, then the better the Silencer is going to be. Like, you gotta remember that, guys, that this is a sports Silencer we're talking here. But if he is able to get Hand of Midas, able to get like 30 minutes of Midas farm, dude can do some serious work. He just needs to survive these fights. Really, all he needs is a Force Staff or a Ghost Scepter to survive against the Ursa. Maybe a little bit more so Force in this game up against Nature's Prophet, up against a Beastmaster. Force Staff for Mineski is going to be so good if they can find it. Pretty big if, but you never know. Raging Potato, this is not where you want to be. Got his Battle Fury, though, and he's farming up quite the storm. But you don't mess with a bear in his own woods. Well, it looks like he will. Looks like everyone is actually going to survive this. TNC's, at least Sam H will blow that smoke, and we're going to have another Midas pickup. Now, on the Invoker makes a little bit more sense than the Silencer, just because Invoker scales a little bit better with those levels. So, you know, you hand a Midas 1 creep, you're pretty much already getting value with an Invoker. I mean, not, that's obviously, every time you Midas a creep, you're getting value, guys, I know. But it's a little bit more value for the Invokers. Getting double duty, as opposed to some other heroes, they just get the Midas more so for the More so for the gold than anything else. And Sansa having a high level global silence isn't terrible either, but by that time you'd expect TNC to have Manta Styles or BKBs or whatnot. Things to get rid of that global silence. Lotus, orbs, echo shells. 9 to 12 and TNC, well, they almost have their book up on this Beastmaster. Is it up? It should be delivered soon. Yasha for the Ursa. Is he just scared of... I mean, the movement speed is not bad. S&Y, Manta Style, not... I mean, Manta Style probably, but is Manta Style actually better for Ursa than the BKB? I don't think it is. I mean, you still get Omni Slashed, I guess. Still get Walrus Punched, but... Manta Style is... I'm not really sure about that for Teehee. Man, he's doing alright right now. Like, this is still a pre-20 minute game. You can still just do whatever the hell you want as an Ursa and probably justify it in some way. Got smoke up attempts number whatever for TNC. And this is going to be smoke up to reinforce. Try to stay hidden behind this push. Necro books are up and active. Roshan's going to be respawning soon. And TNC don't know about that, but they should find out pretty quickly. Mineski defending this, probably not going to be done. They're going to defend through aggression. Raging Potato can push pretty quickly. This Juggernaut just has so much damage output. Yasha Battle Fury is no joke. Jesse Bash, he's kind of playing with fire right now. He's going to get burned. Jump in from the Ursa, and the Tusk is down. Ooh, they even use Global Silence for that. That is super expensive. This means TNC can actually go for more if they want to. And they don't know what Roche is up. If they knew it, then they would go right back and grab that Aegis. But, yeah, I mean, you could only shard defense for so long. Eventually, you're going to get caught, dude. Especially when you go up the hill like that. Like, you're down here and you're fine. You're up here and you're dead. EMP Tornado is going to connect onto AU. He'll lose a little bit of his mana. But he has Aether Lens, he has Raven, gonna teleport right back in. Jump in onto Jules. Poor Silencer. He didn't stand a chance in hell there. Thunder God's Wrath plus the Wrath of Nature, dropping Cuckoo to what you see right now. Another kill chalked up for TNC. They do have to fear the Omni Slash. With so many units here, what is an Omni Slash really going to do? They have to clear off all these creeps beforehand. Shard's coming in with Snowball as well. They're onto Teehee, but with Thunderbolts into Jesse Vash, he's going to get instantly dropped before he casts anything. Omni Slash now onto Raven. Will split between him and Sam H. Does a lot of damage, not quite enough to kill off anyone, however. Great Deafening Blast from Cuckoo. Will it help out, though? Sam H, very, very low, is going to die to this Tornado. Also, TNC will fall as well. Looks like Mineski are going to hold this. AU is going to be the last one to fall. You cannot escape Night Stalker, Zeus. Your legs just aren't quite long enough. The beatdown is going to commence. Nice juking. The guy's got an Aghanim Scepter. It's a full 5-man wipe in favor of Mineski. Looks like Omni Slash was just in the nick of time. They were able to kite out those summons, those boars and treants and whatnot, or just straight kill them off. If those summons were there, Juggernaut's damage output significantly decreased. But that, and combined with the fact that the Deafening Blast from the Invoker was picture perfect, it's going to be a pretty big win for Mineski. Keep in mind that 5-man wipe was after Mineski have lost quite a few heroes beforehand. So it's not without its costs. However, if they grab Roshan here, they're going to be golden. TPs, however, are coming in. Mineski, they're fast doing this. They're safe with the Healing Ward as well, but I'm not sure if they're quite fast enough. Sprout is going to give them a little bit of vision. Sam H is going to get a little bit more with the board. They don't have any way to blink in. Now the Juggernaut's going to grab the Aegis. Shard's not going to block X Lucky. And now we got the Snowball going in. Oh, Tusk, you're going a little bit too far there because AU's waiting for you. Magic Missile is there. Couple right clicks, Mana Burn, and Thunder God's Wrath to grab the kill. T. See him shove back. Cold Snapped up as well. Jules is in the pit. Someone has another Invis Rune. Cuckoo's going to get roared as well. Do they have any True Sight? They have the Zeus. Looks like they don't even need it. They just have True Sight from some other thing on the floor or something. Now they find Jules as well. He's going to get blinked upon and he's going to fall. Looks like they just had like residual Bolt Vision that I didn't see. It was probably Bolt Vision. But that is going to be an expensive Roche for Mineski. Juggernaut with the Aegis, it's all well and good, and you get nice value out of this. You should at least, if you're able to scrap together a defense. Silencer will be alive by the time TNC come and knock in, so TNC, they're on the warpath right now, but I really don't think this is the time to push down bottom lane. I think this is the time to take this, and this. Like, these are free, giant bags of gold just waiting to be popped open. But yeah, okay, yeah, go towards mid, guys. That's a good idea. Because Mineski probably won't even want to defend this. It's a tier 1 tower, who cares? Like, actually nobody cares about this tier 1 tower on Mineski. Like, you don't want to defend against this. Look at all, it's a freaking zoo here. There's like bears and boars and tree people. And like little raptor guys. You call these boars guys, that is like the worst looking boar I've ever seen. They look good, but they're not boars. Wait, there we go. Tier 1 tower down. They're going to slide around towards the top lane, do the exact same thing. And who knows, by the time they actually get here, it might just be daytime, in which case they can go for a little bit more. Nightstalker's ultimate's going to be back up soon enough, but playing around the clock for TNC, definitely something they should keep their eye on. They do have the Aghanim Scepter complete on Nature's Prophet. I'll mouse over that one, guys. Holy crap, is that a block of text? There you go. Basically, you get dudes when you kill things with the Wrath. And it's, again, not really the best for the straight push. It does increase your damage by, what, 30? I mean, 30 base, I guess. It does increase after every bounce. I was expecting a little bit more than that, but I'm like, oh, it's percentage. That's right. But for Nature's Prophet, it's not really a straight push item. It's a split push item, which TNC can also lean on. Like, they have the Beast Smash with the Necro Book. He will have solo kill potential. Ursa, of course, has solo kill potential, and then some. He's got the S and Y. Man, the Ursa's gonna maim you, and he's gonna kill you so hard. Tornado, though, will fly, catch the Zeus. There's a swap here from Lucky. He's gonna have to use it. Will that even save him, though? Because Radiant Potato's gonna come in. Omni Slash to grab the kill, and that next Lucky also gonna fall. Quick 2-kill here for Mineski. No split push is gonna save TNC from that. One too many heroes. They also have Teehee in their sights. Nightstalker with the Aghanim is gonna have full complete vision with the gem at that. I don't really know if you want to tango with the Ursa. Ursa doesn't want to tango with you, so everyone's going to back off. But this game is still anyone's. Look at all these Curse of the Silent Creeps. This is so weird to see still. But Mineski, if they can just prolong the game, I mean, that's where Jules is going to be paid off by the Tandem Midas. He already is kind of paid off. He's got the Ghost Scepter. The rat is real. Yeah, there's a lot of dudes, and they're doing some serious work to these Raxes. You know, Treants, as far as pushing is concerned, usually just considered like just meat tanks, take hits. But man, if you get an army like that, courtesy of a certain ultimate, you're gonna be doing some serious work. It is only range Rax, so it's not the end of the world, but still, invest nothing, get free damage, seems pretty good. Mineski, yeah, they're really not interested in doing anything but chilling. They have Force Staff #1 on the Invoker. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Force Staff picked up on the Tusk. Ghost Scepter, of course, is great as well, but a little bit weaker up against the Zeus. Great up against Ursa. Both of those items are. But yeah, Force Staffs, Ghost Scepters, and whatnot. You can get those, they'll be happy. Other than that, just wait for these Hand of Midases to give you just such a disgusting advantage that the enemy team won't be able to do that much. Going for third Roche also is something that TNC might want to wait for at this point. So going for straight pushing outside of these tier 1 towers, like you can grab these, no problems whatsoever. These are a little bit more difficult, and these are something that Mineski may just be willing to fight over. And in a very similar situation, Radiant Potato just gonna backdoor that tower. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Kuku's taking a lot of damage from the global strat. Bounced through from the Wrath. Still taking some shots from the board, but will barely survive. Whew, boy. That was a little bit close until Teehee's gonna come in and just tear Jesse Bash apart. Kuku's gonna throw a tornado. Can he escape the S&Y Ursa? That's a big question. Well, Juggernaut should block off that bear. Omni Slash is gonna get brick walled by Enrage, so neither the Juggernaut nor the Ursa really want to fight that. They have the vision overhead, and they now will see Radiant Potato. They're gonna jump right in, get the Sheep Stick. Surprise! He's got a fresh one. Raven's gonna grab that kill. He literally just completed that item and killing off Juggernaut, ending a mega kill spree. Like, well, killing off Juggernaut without the spree, that's huge in of itself. The gold is just kind of an extra bonus, but that is how you want to use Sheep Stick, man. The Juggernaut did not see that one coming. He's like, oh, Ursa, I can handle Ursa. You can't handle Ursa when you're sheep, dude. No one can. Turns out bears like to eat sheep. Who knew? They can still make this defense though, so for TNC they get their tower. They should probably back off, take the tier 2. Especially since the Ursa's completely tapped out of mana. They're gonna blink in and do nothing. Sam H, oh, don't get caught there. Getting body blocked a little bit. Deafening Blast does some serious damage. Curses on him, and he will die before he can cast anything. Yeah, now, yeah, TNC, now you better fall back, man. That was already a little bit too bold sticking around for that duration of time. Looks like they won't lose anyone else, will they? Yeah, he was not that fast. He's gonna get caught by Kuku. Cold Snap hit #1. Jesse Bash gonna come in and trap him with the shards. AU's screwed. He's gonna buy up a Force Staff before he dies, but Zeus just a little bit too slow. Gets picked off on the retreat. So yeah, getting the tier 2 tower with that Juggernaut kill, that's fantastic. Sticking around when your Ursa has no mana. probably a little bit too aggressive. You probably could have just gotten this tower for free, TNC. But yeah, a little bit of greed there from them, and Mineski, again, they hold pretty decently. No Juggernaut, no problem, it seems. And Jug's also going to grab his Blink Dagger, and, well, a little bit extra. Well, I can only assume this is going to be... Well, Lincoln Sphere has some serious value in this game. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be a Scotty. But again, Lincoln Sphere, not bad. Lincoln Sphere is not bad up against TNC at all. By the way, guys, Roshan is going to be the next big objective. Probably will be, for the most part, deciding who has the tempo in the game. And by tempo, I mean like just an absolute crushing advantage of tempo. But look at these treants freaking everywhere. Again, this is kind of nice to keep shoving out all the waves, but you really have to have some way of capitalizing on that. And Ursa is really not at his strongest right now. His net worth is kind of suffering below the Night Stalker even. And Royer's been keeping himself very safe in this game. BKB, Aghanim Scepter. All he needs is like a damage item or something, and he's going to be good to go. Not even a huge damage item, like a Vlad's even. Just a little bit of extra green damage there. He's probably fast enough at any given time to outrun the Ursa. Earthshock, Maim, Yasha phase. Maybe it's going to be a little bit closer, actually. But Night Stalker is pretty quick. Like TNC, they're staking their claim to Roche. 1 minute respawn on that one. Shoving all the waves. That's where Nature's Prophet is the best hero in the friggin' game. Especially Nature's Prophet with Aghanim Scepter. Shove out all the waves. Make it very clear when or if Mineski are going to be making some sort of responsive play. Also, they can also just kill Royer. Although Royer's going to see absolutely everyone. Oh, Thunder God Drat's going to see him. They use Global Silence. BKB popped up on Royer as well. They need the roar right now. He has the Blink Dagger. I don't think Roy's going to escape. There's the roar and the beatdown. Here comes the big bad bear. Ice, not in time from this Tusk. He's just going to get annihilated trying to help out. That's an easy 2-kill. Yeah, Aghanim Scepter Night Stalker is insane and everything, but that is also his 10-second BKB charge down the drain, plus Global Silence down the tubes as well. You're not going to escape a Beastmaster with the Blink Dagger, ever. The board's slow also is absolutely painful. But that's a big 2-kill. Like, the Tusk kind of, like, matters less than the fact that the Global Silence and the BKB was used, honestly. Like, those are the real value picks that TNC just got. And Roshan is up once again, but this time they can go straight in. Tower, and already taken down. Rax has already had fallen. AU's going to get a little bit too far ahead, although with the Aether Lens still is quite the artillery cannon. I don't think they can hold this Mineski without their full lineup. They at least need 4, but with no Global Silence, they need 5 at this point. Swap in, Raging Potato instantly sheeped up. The Ursa's going to range and tear the Juggernaut apart. Whew, boy, that's Aether Lens value right there for Lucky. I'm still not sure if Aether Lens increases this circle that you see right now, but rest assured, the swap range is ridiculously high. It pretty much gives you another level to snowball in. That should kill X Lucky with the punch. It will. Jesse Vash can't grab the gem, though. His inventory is full. Deafening Blast, though, is going to keep Cuckoo safe, force that back into his base, but Jules not as lucky. We'll get with the Force Staff as well, and he should be fine, but the Rax has already been claimed here for TNC. Also, this is happening. Top lane and mid lane. There are freaking treants running all over the place. TNC have just claimed Rax's Cuckoo, looking for Teehee right now. He won't be able to find that. Well, with Royer behind him, he has full vision right now. Can they kill off Raven? Again, dude has a sheep stick. He needs to sprout and TP like right now. He's going to turn around, try to help out. Maybe. Oh, don't fight Cat, please. Jump in from T. He's going to go right on top of Cuckoo, but he's going to get used immediately afterward. Thunder God Draft is still there, and Cuckoo will farm. Now the blink in from Samage onto Royer. They'll catch Jules with a sprout, making a complete, eventually, team wipe soon enough. Get him. There we go. Double kill for Teehee. TNC cleaning house as Mineski kind of trickle into a meat grinder. That's going to open up the doors wide open for Roche. Poor Santa Roche is not going to stand a chance in hell. What? Aghanim Scepter on Ursa. Feels good, man, I guess. Now, I'm pretty sure that's also not the item pick, but sure. This is actually, I've never seen this before. This is one of the newer ones, right? Does it just do cooldown? I'm like, I mean, cooldown on Ursa's ultimate is ridiculous, and that's 12 seconds worth of it. I'm trying to remember if it does anything else. It'll tell me, right? Like, it didn't seem like it was super memorable. And Rage was disabled. Oh, right. And that's not a big issue. You're not really disabled that long. Seems like a shitty item to me. But I don't know. You guys can let me know your opinions on Aghanim's Ursa later. The stats are nice. which is an argument that you could always make for Aghanim Scepter on any hero ever. But yeah, I'm not sure. The 12-second cooldown reduction, I think. Yeah, it doesn't actually tell you the old cooldown. It's something like 12-second cooldown reduction, and it gives you a lot of damage resistance. So I guess it gives you a lot more effective HP over the course of the fight. I don't know if that's necessarily worth it, but the other question is, does that really matter? This time Mineski will be at their full strength. They have everyone up, first of all. They have their global silence. They have the vision provided by Royer's Ags. Jump in from the Ursas, immediately get hit with the Deafening Blast. He will pop his Enrage and just go to town. Jesse Vash is going to take a lot of damage with the Desolator now up on the Nature's Prop. They'll swap back and Roar Cuckoo. That's a quick 3-kill, and TNC, they didn't even lose any HP from that. Royer is going to call it. Game plan for TNC took a little bit longer to get into gear than I really expected, but man, better late than never, right? Omni Slash is going to do absolutely nothing. And Mineski, unfortunately, I mean, I don't really feel like it was an issue of how they played individually necessarily. Like there were of course a couple issues. Like you could point at Silencer getting picked off and using Global Silence, the Night Stalker at the end getting picked off, the Tusk, the Tusk on the bottom lane just got like roared while he was trying to defend the bottom tier 2. Like there are a couple mistakes for sure, but overall is the fact that Mineski really could never team fight. It was that first Roche that things that went really poorly with when they decided to team fight without the Global Silence. Then they just never had Global Silence for a team fight ever. And yeah, it's not the best versus the hero like Ursa, but still, it's something that you need to do if you're going to be taking those wins. So guys, that's going to be it for Game 1. We're going to be moving on to Game 2. We'll see if TNC can close it out then. I'm Mikelorus. It's been a pleasure casting this game for you, and I will be right back for the second game between TNC and Mineski from MPGL 7 Class S.